Sup traders, in this video we're going to talk about how to develop a trading system from the top down, from a fundamental idea, from a theoretical idea, and turn it into something with rules that can eventually be computer backtested and even turn into an algorithm. So welcome and fam, much love, Trav here, and I've done this. If you don't know me, I'm a trader and I start with fundamental ideas and I turn them into mechanical systems, and I do just that. And if you don't know me, I was a professional Magic the Gathering player, and I was a successful tournament player, but I was more successful and better known for developing ideas that other people used. So I feel that that is part of my gift. One of the gifts that I have is, check it out, look, something flying over. It's in the clouds. There it is, helicopter. Anyways, point is, one thing that I'm good at is developing ideas. I'm not really a perfectionist. I'm not that technical. I could be, but I don't really choose to be. My favorite is in big ideas and also people skills. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So in my opinion, the best way to start a trading system is from an idea, a fundamental about human nature and the markets and why things should work. I think it's way more likely that your trading system will work from a fundamental idea that makes sense than from just mashing numbers. If you just mash numbers, it's much less it's like you could have monkeys typing on keyboards for a million years and they'll write Shakespeare's works, or you can just have Shakespeare write Shakespeare's works in one go, right? So this is where you can mash numbers and might luck your way into a good strategy, but the best strategies come from fundamental ideas about how the world works and about how markets work and human psychology. Therefore, that's a great way to start. Now, I'm going to give you some examples of it, but yeah, let's give you some examples. So my first trading system that I ever developed was based around the concept that if a huge amount of traders got liquidated, their stop losses were hit, and they were forced to market out of their position, that if you were on the other side of them, then you're going to do well, right? So the high level concept was, well, if people are forced out of their positions, they're losing money. If you're on the other side of them, you're probably going to make money, right? So they're forced out with a market order. So I went on a chart and looked. Yeah, they're forced out with a market order, stop market order, right? If you have the limit order and you execute against them, and then you wait till someone else is liquidated, you get out, you're probably going to do well. So that was the fundamental idea. And the way that there's different ways you could backtest it. There's liquidation data, but I learned where most people put their stops. And there's tools in crypto where you can see how many people are liquidated and where people's estimated liquidation prices are, and build a system that put limit entries right in those liquidation points with a stop loss much wider, and then target another liquidation point of the people who are going to be taking profit in that area as a form of swing trading. And I actually found it to be pretty effective in my backtesting. In this video, we're not going to get into backtesting, but there's an example. Now, there's other examples I have that I'm gonna share. Fundamental ideas. One of them is that the forex markets, especially allied countries, won't experience really strong trends in their currencies because they want stable trading conditions. Therefore, we should be able to build a system that fades major trends in currencies of trading partners and trades a mean reversion strategy. And I tested that, and I also found that to work decently. So that would be another idea. An idea about the world is, would the euro and the US dollar, could one of them double compared to the other? Or I think the banks are going to step in, the Fed and the EU bank, the central bank, whatever, they're going to step in and they're going to print, or they're going to sell, or they're going to raise rates, lower rates, and they're going to stabilize things. That's a fundamental idea. I find it to be true. The system that I found the best is that things that have gone up, that have a reason to gone up, will continue to go up. So, for instance, the trading system that I have, that I've shown you the backtest on, that does so well, it's based on the idea that it's easy to print dollars, so they'll continue to print dollars. They'll continue to print fiat money. It's hard to make new valuable companies. It's hard to mine gold, and it's also hard to mine a Bitcoin. Therefore, these things should go up over time compared to the dollar, as they have. We see that they have, and there's a reason that they have. Therefore, you should only trade these on the long side. And it's just a matter of how much leverage and when you want to be out of the market. Okay, so that's the high level concept. Back tested that, found that to be true. I also found, hey, altcoins are the easiest thing in the world to make. It's possible to make, for me to go this evening and launch a new altcoin. You see that they're multiplying, and if you look at the charts of old altcoins, they look terrible. They're mostly pump and dumps. Therefore, most of the time, if you're selling altcoins at a really high price, that can be part a short altcoins at a high price with stop loss, of course. That can be part of a fundamental trading strategy, and I found that to be true. Now we can get into more details of different things where I think that price should we can now look at metagame and what other people are doing. So for instance, if price takes an old low and then starts to come back above it, or price takes an old high and starts to come back under it, I know that breakout and breakdown traders probably entered and are about to lose. And since I know that they're going to lose, could be an opportunity to trade reverse. I also know that from the metagame, if price closes over an old level, that reversal traders are about to get stopped out. So entering before they get stopped out can be a good strategy. So understanding the metagame, like the more you understand about human behavior, different trading strategies, FOMO, crowd behavior, the more you can understand about liquidations, and just the more you understand the market, the easier. And again, you can make trading systems just by mashing numbers, but it's just way less likely to produce something that is really good than a fundamental that makes sense, that you can understand. And also, once you have that trading system, it's easier to trade because sorry, my cough. I have seasonal allergies here in Hawaii with all the pollen. But if you understand why something should work, it's way easier to stick with because you know that it should work and it makes sense, so you just trade it, right? So I could feed you more ideas, but this is the basic concept, is you start with some ideas like this, and then you go in and you start to make a rule-based system around it, something that can be coded. You don't need to know how to code you need to know how to make a rule-based system though. And a rule-based system is just something very simple, like if price closes the day over the 30-day high, you go long, and your stop loss is 2 ATR away, and you have a take profit of 4 ATR or something like that. It just needs to have rules. So you codify these high-level concepts into rules, and then you either code it or you partner with a quant or a developer. I'm not going to get into that because I have other videos on this, and this is more about starting like the concept of developing a trading system. But start with real world things that you believe in. Another one, for instance, is that periodically weather disruptions and wars cause commodity prices, food prices to moon, where you'll see corn and wheat go to the moon, or soybeans go to the moon because there was a weather issue. But that once the weather issue is resolved, price is going to come back down. So you can trade these trends to the upside and these trends to the downside in commodities, and then you can develop a trend following system, quantify it, codify it, systematize it based around this high level concept that you have, and you'll probably find that it's going to work. So share down below what's some beliefs you have about the market and a trading system that you think would work for it. And I hope you found this helpful and useful, and appreciate that you're here. And if you want to check out our system, which is awesome, it rocks, there's a link down below and you can go check it out. So appreciate you, much love, talk to you soon, and peace.